BLG getting the eco after the pistol loss over Fnatic.
Well, they're just sort of able to dissect Fnatic's defense there piece by piece, taking down Chronicle first, and then getting to the plant, and they're able to get back into safer post plant, send Flexen all the way out. He's got his molly ready if things go really sideways, but YZ really stepping up to the plate. K-Knight having a hot start to this map. He was really good against EDG when BLG faced them. He is so nasty on that Cypher. Has great aim, and he's going to be the hype guy as well for BLG.
Well, Alfie trying to push up, but Pete get clipped there by a cyber cage. Somebody's able to collect a kill. Boaster here into the smoke, though, runs out of bullets, and YZ able to find him with that outlaw.
I know exactly.
Already a bit of a scramble here at the start, but it's the one casualty thus far here for the side of Billy. Not liking what they see on this B site. It's just going to be a full ship through the teleporter, work their way over here towards A, but faster rotate are Durka as well as Hero. The paint shells up over the top to try to interrupt, but it's going to be a truck side plant.
Spike planted.
Tough retake coming, and they're just shut right down. BLG gets 2 quick kills.
If they do, Chronicle now, last man standing, does have that recovered Bulldog, so an opportunity to maybe deal some damage. YZ Yosemite cash-wise not in the best spot, but and with K-Knight as far ahead as he is, and granted, I mean, he already invested in the neural theft that he was able to build up. He will be able to drop for somebody.
Now, YZ would love to get this kill. Get that showstopper online into the next round. Holding that angle with the Outlaw. See if Chronicle falls for it.
He's training for the peak. K-Knight trained for the wide swing.
BBG is winning,
a little bit of a push up, and oh, the quick scope in. Finds the shot. Showstopper going to be online going in around 4, and Billy now find themselves in with a lead.
Yeah, they're really quite aggressive at times on the teleporter. When I was watching some of their games on this map, this is one of the maps I keyed in on because I kind of expected it to be their pick. They're 3-0 on bind throughout stage 2. And they're really willing to just take risks with the TPs. In this case, you know, they don't have a ton of information on the other side of the map.'ll still go for it. Sometimes they'll set up these cool crunch plays between the teleporters as well. So really curious to see if Billy's going to keep leaning into those ideas as this goes on, and if Fnatic can kind of challenge it. Because sometimes Billy doesn't really take a ton of showers control aggressively. This time they've got some Cypher util there. But otherwise, the main force, Billy trying to put some pressure towards long. Hero just has to back out. Can't really contest that just yet. Still haven't seen too much value out of this Astra, other than the pistol round that they've switched into. A little bit of damage done.
And just a little bit of blind spraying there. Hero going to be knocked down to 51. Orb take here from Neff, just now one step away from having the Seekers online. Yosemite taking some space, pushing forward. Boaster able to strike, finds a headshot to shut it down. The Viper now out of play. But no one budging here from the side of Fnatic. They get that one pick, but they still know that there was presence over here towards B, and they suspect that this is where the spike is going to end up.
That's a huge find from Boaster. It gives him a lot of information. You know, it's either going to be Yosemite or K-Knight that's lurking around the map, so you can just hold tight. If you get one kill here for Durka, he's going to have a showstopper.
Slow peek in. There's a finisher on to Hero. Hit shells out, but a little bit too late. Showstopper looking, hunting down, trying to find a target, spots him out. Durka will get eliminated. Kill coming through now. The advantage very much here in the hands of BLG. Realistically, both down, trying to find a target, spots him out. Durka will get eliminated. Kill coming through now, the advantage very much here in the hands of BLG. And realistically, Boaster likely going to have to make the call for the save. You see him already rotated over towards Heaven, so it's already been sounded. BLG going to be allowed to move up 3-1.
They're so disciplined on these executes. Doing a really nice job of just taking their time, finding the open man and taking him down. Neff has been a really big addition to this BLG squad. And like I talked about in his interview with him, you know, he's had a rough year. He qualifies with Bleed through Ascension for Pacific, has to take some time off, comes back to BLG. He has been a huge pickup. He is an initiator specialist, and he has really done a good job of being a steady hand for this Billy Gaming team.
Boaster now at risk. Do any of them peek out of the shower? Looks like the answer is going to be no. They know that, you know, these players decently close. You don't want to be giving the pit over. Posters want away from that. Cosmic Divide. Let's just leave him alone. Let's not over pursue. Looks like still Fnatic. The coaching staff wanting to see how the rest of this plays out. So not seeing a pump here, not seeing that timeout get called.
A showstopper, a Guardian scuffed by for the side of Fnatic. Just really not finding much success with these defaults. Feels a little bit uncomfortable at times, and YZ seemingly stepping up once again at the international level. He's had, at times, a bit of a rough go of it in VCT China, but international events, he always seems to come through big for them. And they're expecting some kind of aggressive play here, so they're going to pump the brakes a bit as BLG and just watch every angle they can. They've got the camera to watch Hookah, they've got Neff to watch Long B, 3 at short, and the Cypher to watch Showers. So every base covered, just seeing if maybe this was going to be the round that Boaster might call up a bit more aggressive play. Wow, Chronicle.
Chronicle again.
Bet me ये Fnatic जीतेगी.
Looking to hold down short. Just getting a sense of things off that Viper wall raise. Gives them the advantage. That showstopper still in the back pocket. Now everybody from Fnatic, there are quite a many few, getting ready to rotate over towards this side of the map. Right now, just going to be Alpier left as YZ spotted, dead by his own paint shell. Got vulnerable and gets taken down. And while we might have just sung some praises for him, Chronicle is the one who deserves the praise right now in this round. As he looks to single-handedly close the gap, Neff will be able to punch back a little bit, finds the headshot to put him down, stop him from getting a 4-piece, but ultimately, that is going to be Chronicle putting the team and that round on his back.
I mean, he has just been stellar in EMEA this year. In my opinion, maybe the best player overall in that region, especially throughout Stage 2. Was absolutely crazy good for Fnatic and is so reliable throughout the years. Obviously, the many trophies in his case already, looking to add another to it. And that is just so clean with that Vandal.
He might have already hit it, but it looked like he just tiptoed on to that snake bite right at the very end. Hit the ground for that brief little moment before the second blast came through. Uh-oh.
Oopsies.
It's okay. After that last round, you get one.
You get one.
No one saw anything.
YZ with an op, though.
Okay, I didn't account for him dying immediately to an operator.
It's not a great round for Chronicle after such a good one.
डर पे ult है भाई.
Now YZ.
अभी तो अल्फा गरम हो रहा है. अल्फा ने गोली चलाई नहीं है अभी तक कैसा लग रहा है.
Neff for now just going to be tucked over towards teleporter side.
But this has gotten so difficult for Fnatic to read based on this setup. Now they don't have that Viper control over short. So any contact they had on the other side of the map, they were trying to lean in towards it. And again, though, it is Yosemite as the sole player trying to lurk through short himself. See if he can cause some distractions, cause some chaos. And everybody else.
He's just going to be waiting for the rotates to come through as the exec comes out onto the side. Boaster eating a bit of damage to paint shell right up over top of his head. Knocked down to 82, but did put some good damage down onto Flexen on the entry. This paint shell going to be sent. The bounce through. Neff going to be interrupted, rerouted for a moment. 27 seconds. The team now starting to rotate out. Somebody realizing he's not going to get the catch. Swings back around through the link.
Still have this op to worry about as well. In YZ's hand, over towards elbow.
The stun, the C's coming through. As that's going to be K9 taken down. Durga able to find one. Showstopper now in play. All the players getting flushed out. Sends it over towards Long. Quite a bit of damage there onto Yosemite. Are they ready for the forward player? They are. They find Flexen. Now the paint shell is holding him back, nearly taking him down. Yosemite at 10 HP. Has to run away, and he cannot save that op.
That's a huge round for Fnatic. They had a lot of ults in cycle, and they put him to great use, and it's going to force the first time out here of this match from Billy. As well as this has gone, these retakes coming out of B have been not contested at that door. And so Fnatic's allowed to get out and flood towards the site, and they're making the most of it. Done a great job on the pistol round, and here again. And seemingly, Bio wants to talk about these. I think the ideas just need to be a little bit deeper in that post plan on those B sites. Just really just shut down that angle, maybe try to push elbow a little bit more, see if you can create that off angle towards the alley. Things like that, maybe in consideration.
We saw the oopsie moment from the side of Fnatic, you know, Chronicle messing up the poison orb, getting picked off, but then we also saw it from Billy. And while it wasn't in the moment the most impactful thing, it certainly is something that I think he's going to bring up, trying to make sure that they're reinforcing and not making the same mistake twice, because we had that corner peek moving over in towards elbow. This is a full team flash into the face of YZ with that operator. And if there's a player on the opposite side who's able to just turn away from that flash fast enough, YZ is going to be dead to rights. So, you know, I think there's plenty to point out here for Bile to go ahead and get involved, but now we find ourselves tied up at 3-3.
For sure. There's definitely a lot to consider here for Billy, and I think Fnatic, you've got to worry about handing that over to him. Another op going to be grabbed by YZ. Durka's going to hang on to his. So the Razes going to be dueling with the sniper rifles potentially.
Come on.
Still though, you're getting close to another Seekers for Neff. And Alfier very, very close to a Thrash for his own. First time out on Gecko here on Bind. And it's been a little bit rough, but it's Alpha. You can never count him out. Once that rifle gets hot, he just starts taking over maps.
Pit now invested heavy stack on B. Ultimately, though, Fnatic gonna be more than happy if they kind of route people in through showers, because that's gonna go right into the sights of Durka with that operator. Gonna have to have something in place to try to displace him here. At least smoke off the angle, but
well, you've got Flex in there, so likely the smoke's to cut off the middle of the site if they decide to push through towards A. See if they can kind of take the legs out of this ult. They have to be really careful.
And just a slow peek unescorted. YZ goes for it.
The
dragon, the grab well, the nade. Plenty of damage down onto Neff. A little bit of a decay. It's down to 76 zone. Of course, that is going to be unhealable.
It's so annoying to have to go against the C's and the grab well in the same comp with the nades not too far behind. Now you're left scratching your head a bit as Billy, but they're going to continue this slow push towards A. And they're going to try to clear the pit as well.
Yeah, double push getting ready to come through. Chronicle ready to receive. Spots on the first and gets the transfer onto the second. Doesn't even take too much damage there. As Flexen now pushing forward, trying his odds. It's a spot. Does manage to get himself that headshot, but Durka drawing down with a ghost takes out Neff. That's a spike, stranded back sight, covered by an operator. It's just Flexen all on his lonesome. There's nothing more to be done.
Too good, man. Too good.
Gets his one, but nothing more. Durka with 3 will get Fnatic up to 4.
Well, now Fnatic is really asserting their control over the choke points on this map, and this is something I kind of expected to see. You know, with an Astra in there, particularly on Bind. Normally it's a Brimstone, or, you know, previously Fnatic could run Clove, but with Astra there, you can really make life just miserable for your opponents. And we saw it with the grab-well nade combo. Durka holding that off angle with the op. Doing a great job. Right now, our Fnatic bouncing back. You know, Billy came out swinging a bit. And the cash, well, they still have enough for a bit of a buy, but had to go down to a Bulldog for Flexen. Have that Seekers now for Neff. They're going to try their luck at B again. Kind of that same old Billy push. They really like these coordinated hits between Hookah and the Octagon. A good flash catches Hero.
Yeah, flash to spot out Hero. Sends out a bit of util, try to survive here, try to turn the tides, but cannot. And Alfier with the ult. Ultimately, not going to be coming up with too much. Plant now in play. Chronicle swapped over to try to reinforce his position. They do have plenty of cash. I mean, Alfier's going to be cash capped no matter what. Do they play for more damage? It feels like they should.
Absolutely. Definitely think they should try to do what they can. YZ is going to slip over into the cubby. Try to hold an off angle. Time ticks away. Let's see what Chronicle and Alpha can do.
Time dwindling. And, well, Alfier going to fall. YZ able to find that shot. Can contemplate whether or not he wants to take the operator there in front of him. It looks like the call is going to be just full rifles forward from here. Tied up 4-4.
If you give Billy this extra little bit of space at the point of attack, they are shutting Fnatic down. They are immediately landing some good util, finding some good kills like we just saw in that round. And this is going to force Fnatic to have to think about this a little bit. I mean, they're just charging on in, finding great attacks. I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Fnatic plays retake on B better than they do just holding the site itself. I mean, that's a strange thing to say about Bind, but it has been true so far.
Wow. Timeout now called here. Basically back-to-back between the two squads as Fnatic wanting to make some adjustments of their own. They are starting here on this defending side, so want to be able to accrue as many of those round wins as they possibly can before pivoting over to the attack.
Absolutely. And the thing they really have to be thinking about right now is the ults that are coming into cycle for the side of Billy Gaming. Elma Putty and Mini there. Elma making his return back to Seoul. First time since last year.
Fair point.
Yep, was a coach for Gen G. last year, and now finds himself back here leading Fnatic to potential champions run. We'll have to see, but certainly the team looking great in EMEA, so tip of the cap to him. But yeah, there's two ults coming into cycle for Billy, the Seekers and the Orbital Strike, and so that's something that really has to be thought about. You know, making sure that you're aware of that for those post plants, see if you can find a way to bait that out a bit. Durka is going to have that operator again. So looking towards the map, looks like he's going to try to take Shower's control, and Billy seemingly going to try to stack this angle. Flash in hand. YZ, how aggressive does he want to get off that?
Luckily, there was no one there.
Yeah.
It eats that flash.
That looked intentional.
Spam on the close corner. Yeah, it did. It's just going to be the orb pickup here for him. Now that they know that it's perfectly safe. And okay, Knight in a bad spot. Going to at least fake that he's running across, but now no, we'll just go ahead and go for it. Seeker's going to be sent out from the side of Neff. I don't know how many players K-Knight quite spotted out, though. But either way, Seeker's kind of telling all. They should know there's only going to be a couple players here on the site. So Billy now starting to scale their way forward. TP in around the back. Orbital Strike going to be sent, but it's a little bit too late to try to interrupt. But no, Hero will still get caught on the far side of it, I believe. Spot out onto one. Alpier finding that elimination. Wingman 7, that does not check the close angle. Yosemite, oh, it turns back towards him. No, made aware. Holds his ground, tries to go for the kill, but cannot find it. Neff at the same time going to be taken down. Circa finds that elimination. Chronicle pushing forward, has to go for the reload, but YZ able to strike. Paint Shell going to be lobbed in. The underhand toss, a little bit of damage, eating the push up into the smoke. With two players stacked up, he just cannot hold his ground. Fnatic, they will answer back and regain the lead.
This is a great round for Fnatic after that timeout. They do a phenomenal job baiting out that ultimate, using the TP. Yeah, there's one taken down, Hero goes down, but Alpha plays that so well with that Gecko utility to clear that corner. Breaks things open for Fnatic, opens up so many extra angles. Durka with the op over the top and keeping the site very well under control. And you can see Biles already a little bit frustrated with that round.
Yeah.
That was a toughie. You used so many ults, and yeah, you've got the showstopper again, but Durka's one away from his. You're one away from the Nightfall for Hero. One away from the pit, though, for Yosemite. So both teams potentially clash with that. Wow, Durka getting real aggressive, just missed. On
a big hard line, but no counter swing available. He's able to get it out scot-free. As Showstopper opened up, looking for the concuss there, but YZ able to get past it. Continues to push forward, looking for a target. Do they suspect that he's going to be here behind the boxes? The answer is going to be no, and Chronicle doesn't even need any damage from that. Able to fully dodge it out. The snake fight going through, though, should tell all. As all of the smokes dissipated. Nothing more to work with here from the side of Flex, and aside from that Molly, as Nightfall goes across. Catch onto a few players. Now the Haunt reveal as well. Why is he going to be noted? The C sent out. Neff gets a little bit of damage across onto Hero as the Wingman starts to go for the plant. I think they can actually wallbang this one. They need to start spamming, and they do. But it's already held up to half. Bolster breaks open showers. Albier able to find one as the Molly does fall. Chronicle held in place here for the moment. The snake bite further. Buying time to push out. Why is he going to be good for one? Finds a smattering of damage onto the other, but Durka keeps Chronicle protected. Another 3K. As Fnatic get up to 6.
I mean, these Flood retakes from Fnatic have been so good so far on this map. I like the call here from Billy to get aggressive off the rip with that showstopper advantage in hand to create the space, to get the plant down. They've got those mollies set up to try to delay, but they just can't fight enough. Durka just better. A great job there by Chronicle, positioning himself to avoid any damage at all from that showstopper. Boaster just saying, hey.
Having some fun.
What's up?
When they're having fun, that is when you're having a bad time.
And that's something Boaster was telling me behind the scenes before the start of the event, that, you know, a big focus for him coming into this champs was, you know, to loosen up a bit, have a bit more fun this event. You know, not try to put too much pressure on themselves. And let's see if that mentality will pull through.
Okay, noted the jump. As YZ just going to be making a little bit of noise, tucks back.
Trying to sell a bit of a fake. Seeing if they can keep a player stuck onto the B site. BLG has been pretty decisive in their decision making when it comes to their execute. So this time around, they're Doing a good job again, I think, reading at least the early part of this round. It's just these post plants they've got to shore up.
Showstopper out, spot out, there was the YZ, but he jumps right over it! Lands, sticks the landing, and finds the kill on the hero. Scoops up the operator, says thank you very much, and now suddenly, this A site is firmly in the hands of Billy.
Oh, this is just incredible stuff from YZ. The timing on that blast pack, absolutely unreal. Still a chance for Fnatic, but it's going to be different. The pit's going down from Yosemite.
I mean, the big meat sports events going on simultaneously in the other part of the world, I'd give that landing a 10. He stuck it, and my God, did he nail a shot on the back end of it. The push forward, though, look at them trying to flush them out of this pit is Alfier, just trying to go for a bit of an off-tempo, catch somebody unawares, but K-Knight is ready for it. Push into the back, and YZ continuing to thrive. Those are putting down one, but nothing more to be done. Surrounded can do some damage, but it's going to be a 4-piece here at the end as BLG give themselves a shot at tying things up 6-6 and a half.
Well, and guess what? YZ's one away from another showstopper. I think he...
Well, yeah,
whatever, it doesn't matter. He still is one away from a showstopper, but that's the big thing now coming into this round is do you play for an orb? And, you know, how aware of that is Fnatic going to be? That's absolutely brilliant. Just beautiful. Masterful from YZ. Huge round. Yeah, you've got a Thrash. Yeah, you've got the Cosmic Divide here for Fnatic, but again, if Billy can find those opening picks on site, if they can just take a player or two down, that's when they've been able to break things open and find round wins.
Clear on the cam, Trailblazer pushing up through long hero, just able to clear that out. Back pedals, but orb is opened up. Showstopper now online.
Let's see how they want to do this. Fnatic playing way back.
Kusiv just able to interrupt a little bit, but he's continuing the chase, and Alfier having to backpedal, waits out the Dizzy, but he's running out of time on the rocket, sends it blind, not going to be able to find anything. They get away from it. Space fought, but that's about it for now. Thrash at the ready, Alfier sending it. Goes through elbow. Double clear out as Bosa tries to go for the push here. Escorted by Hero, and the wide swing is enough to disrupt. K-Knight going to be taken down. Mosh sent, Durka arriving in from behind. HP Bart's completely and utterly wrecked at the moment here from the side of Billy. Billy as YZ tries to turn the tides, flexing, able to find one. The YZ cannot hold his ground. The cleanup is there, the defuse will come through. Fnatic denying the tide up a half, they'll make it a 7-5.
It's just really good stuff from Fnatic when they're playing for pure retake. When they tried to contest the executes, Billy was often getting the better of them, but Fnatic, when they had their heads on straight, were aware of the situation, they did a phenomenal job of making those flood retakes happen.
It really did. Able to keep them at an arm's length here are Fnatic, but still find themselves in the lead. We'll have to see how they fare, though, as we get ready to swap sides. Billy now going on to the defending half here on their map pick up bind. See if they're going to be able to close it out as we come back from the break.
Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Haven't had those high-hitting moments like last year. Raised nerf, et cetera, and the guy showed up to play.
Yeah.
Out for blood here today. We'll see how that continues, though. As for now, two players situated here towards B. Full focus from Fnatic, however, on this site. Paint Shell, go ahead and try to clear out the back. Little blast pack forward from Durka.
TP's down.
And Flexen out over it long, able to go ahead and intercept one. Both are going to be taken down. They're surround now coming through, and Neff able to find Hero. Chronicle's still going to be good for a shot, puts down YZ. But now it's a rotate through the defending spawn. They try to get themselves situated on A, and K9, he's been stagnant. He's been sitting here the entire time, and he's caught it, clips and a headshot.
Spike down.
And he has unraveled this entire game plan here, this pivot, I should say, from Fnatic. Circa dropping down, will eventually fall. K9 collecting 2, cleaning the pistols, much like we saw at the beginning, and that's now 1 round separating.
But again, it's exactly what I was talking about right before this started. As soon as there's contact on B, I'm watching the 3 players over on A, and they're immediately beelining it towards the teleporter to get over to the other side. And all of a sudden, there's 3 different angles that Fnatic has to worry about. They're able to break through, get towards attacker spawn, but K-Knight just holding his ground, and U-Haul waiting with open arms. And Fnatic just no response available. Felt like they were going to get that B site free, and you know, this is something that Billy does really well in this map, is make you think that something's free, and it's actually not. There's the trap wires. Pretty standard here. They love to have them right at the entrances of doors. Try to play off of it.
Oh, Neff gonna have to backpedal quickly. Does need a little bit more damage, but ultimately he's gonna be fine. Clear out on the haunt. Trap wire gets a reveal, but cannot find a kill. Boaster forced away.
Here.
Quite a bit.
A pretty decent read on the positions. Durka now setting up. Still has a couple blast packs from Hookah. Fnatic, though, gonna take a TP over themselves.
Why is he still here? It's a little bit of a fake attempt, it would seem, from Fnatic, or at least want the opportunity to turn it into one. Still do have that spike lingering here with Alfier. They could pivot. They could just go for the teleporter as well, join in with the rest of the players.
Oh, YZ. Heard this.
And he has push coming through, and that's going to be a collat. Lines him up, finds the shot. Hero Chronicle taken down. Now the rest pushing their way in towards B. Stinger in hand, flexing, sending out a couple shots. Eventually finds the headshot, swaps to the coast. Finds Durka as well. And that is clean play. Alfia, however, will find himself a second. Needs much more work to be done. Gets the third, the double face, a little bit more damage, put down YZ up over the top, and my God, he gets another headshot onto Yosemite, but cannot finish the kill. Weapons will be lost, funds will be expended from Billy, but they're gonna be tying things up at 7-7.
Yeah, I mean, Billy gets the win in this round, but there's 2 big takeaways for me from Fnatic. A, they're working the map. They're getting into Billy's head with some of these weird maneuvers they're making, using the TP, kind of spreading the map a bit. Yeah, it's decently well read here by YZ, but the other thing that I'm taking away from this round is maybe Alpha's heating up, and then things get real scary for anybody that's going against Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, incredible amount of damage dealt. As Bile is saying, like, yeah, I'm glad we got the win, but it could have been much cleaner than that. Now you see the very fractured purchase here from Billy. 2 rifles, 2 stingers. Flexen considering a sheriff. No, we'll add a third stinger into the mix.
Oh boy. I think Boaster's.
Oh, he's flashed, but finds a headshot, and there's no one else there to try to counter swing. Why is he sticking around? But he's very wary about this B-Link approach. Starts pushing forward and might end up clashing here with Durka.
Yeah, I think Durka's aware.
There's the swing out, and Durka a little bit snappier with it. Able to avoid taking damage, gets the headshot. Fnatic now in pole position to regain the lead.
Yeah, this is Fnatic doing their homework. Again, Billy really likes to get aggressive out of short, and Boaster tucked in a nice spot to counter that. Calls in Durka just to make sure it's clear. And they do a great job taking 2 players down early. 2 stingers and a bulldog. All that's left in the arsenal for Billy. Somebody gonna back off that angle, but it's just a TP over towards A. And poor Flexen all on his own with a stinger and showers.
Maybe an opportunity to try to recover the weapon, but Hero's not playing forward, not playing aggressively here. So Flexen for now just tucked within his own smoke as the site gets taken, the plan comes through.
30 seconds left.
Nothing more that he can do, as it seems like the call is going to be made for Yosemite to just stick around on that B side of the site, maybe watching just for a linger. Curious to see if he actually rotates in to try to go for a retake here.
Gonna have to go for it. But with Hero there, this is so tricky for Flexen. Just wants to do as much damage as he can. Hero.
I mean, he keeps hearing the door open, stay open. He knows that he's playing close to that. Now it's shut. It's widely. Players ready to just be taken down by the spike. Flexen's going to be in a bit of a rough position to make that happen. Is okay. Made at his feet. Goes sprinting across. He will die to Durka. King Knight sacrificed over to the spike. And yes, the Bulldog saved here from Yosemite. Fnatic gained the lead, but just by a round. Now we go into close to an actual proper rifle round. Not going to have too many full armors here between the squads. But the weaponry should ultimately be matched.
Absolutely. And this is great discipline that you're seeing from Fnatic. Just really being super patient there is Hero. Now he's only 3-9 on the score line, but that was a nice play right there.
Yeah. Well, YZ there, 1910, your birth year. And we'll get ready to go into this round to see if Billy can tie things up at 8-8.
Wow. I didn't know I was born before World War I.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Good to know. The Roaring 20s were great, yeah.
Survive Prohibition.
I made it barely through that.
And no one knows you're actually the guy who invented Monopoly. Anyway.
And yet I'm not making any money off of it.
No. 3 players situated here at A. Haunt at the ready. Curious to see how fast of a strike this ends up being from Fnatic, because you still do have Alfier poking and prodding, and actually I think poked back quite a bit. Look at his HP bar. He's down to 30.
Yeah, they got 2 players up on boxes. One on truck, one on the box. It's all to dodge the thrash, I think. I'm going to let it go through to U-Haul. And it is going to catch one on the backside there, but I think that's all just a bait.
Hit onto Yosemite, but oh my god, Flexen! Into the smoke, finds Alfier. Snappy to readjust, clears out. That Dizzy. Durka now here, but players gone around, and YZ the one taken down. Still plenty of firepower available to BLG to hold this line. Now 25 seconds remaining for Fnatic. What do you do? Can you even push forward and try to take the teleporter? Well, Hero will open things up with one. Continue to push up. Hero finds himself a second, and suddenly they've turned this on its head. Neff now last one standing. Players coming in.
They just won that on gunfire.
The Hero won that on gunfire, and Durka will finish it. Tagged down to 30 at the beginning. He'll be the last one to find a headshot, and somehow, some way, Billy have let that round slip out of their grasp.
A great start, a great idea. And I mean, you've got to be thrilled as Billy with how they're thinking about these rounds. And I mean, another thing to consider about this matchup, Achilleos, is Bile and Elma Putty were both on Gen G last year. These two coaches know each other very well.
Fair.
There we go.
And so certainly this should be a really interesting chess match, kind of understanding each other's tendencies and trying to work through them. And, and I think Billy has at times had the better reads, but in rounds like that where Fnatic's firepower just boosts them over.
Speaking of which,
yep.
How many times has Chronicle killed Yosemite in this position?
At least 3.
He's holding things down. Plant coming out in Alfier. He reads it like a book.
I got you.
Knows that they're going to be looking for the interrupt. And finds the punish before the Baki shot can even ring out. And in all likelihood, I mean, why is he's got that staple, that namesake judge in his hands. Does still have 2 blast packs, but how much can you actually do from this position? We need to go monstrous here. Turkey going to be noted up on top. Paint Shell trying to flush him out, and YZ blinded and taken down. Neff is able to find 2. Answers back a little bit, but Fnatic now find themselves up to 10.
Yeah, they're really starting to feel themselves now. The confidence is flowing for Fnatic. Showstoppers for both of our raises. And Billy opts to pause just for another moment. See if they can regroup, see if they can find some advantages here on their defender side, see if they can use these ults that they've got in a cycle to try to break this trend. 3 in a row for Fnatic. It's a tough task for anybody. And Billy doing their darndest. YZ doing his damnedest. 20 kills so far. But Durka with 17, Chronicle with 14. Alpha starting to heat up. He's up to 10. Things are starting to swing the other way with the pendulum.
Yeah, I mean, YZ has been a bit of a constant here thus far in the map for the side of Billy, but the other teams, it's been really rocky. I mean, K-Knight able to find those 2 in the pistol. Nothing since then. Most of his kills in the first half were from
First 2 rounds.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds. So, yeah, there's a little bit of sway here, and they need to find stability across the rest of this roster. Yosemite regularly getting punished by Chronicle is something that they very much cannot afford.
Yeah, it's definitely been a diff in the Vipers, for sure. Yosemite having a really tough time being able to find those lurks, find those unusual positions that he'd like to. They're just read every time by Fnatic. And again, both teams doing a great job reading each other at times, really getting good beads on what the other team is trying to do. It's going to be Hero swapping up to the Phantom. 3 players with full armor for Billy, and not much money on the back of this.
I got the spike.
If Billy can't win this round, Fnatic likely to send this to match point. A lot of ults again to play with. You have that orbital strike, you have those seekers, you have that showstopper. You have a lot to deny Fnatic entry or comfort on their post plans.
Slow push up. Trap wires very much spread apart. One over at Showers, one here at Hookah. As the warning ping comes down. Prowler on the approach. Showstopper going to be popped, and YZ instantly dealt with the ult, finding no value. Neff will be able to answer one back as Poster does get caught up in the crossfire. 1-for-1 exchange, but you'd be hoping that you're able to find something with that ult. Now Durka has his own in play. The spot out on the one. Neff trying to go for the challenge, but it's just staring at the rocket as it lands right in front of his face. Swinging to the back, Durka does end up falling. In front of the plan, it's K9 trying to come alive. Does find a second. Somebody gets taken down. We find ourselves now here in a 2v2. Hero depth available. Teleport going to be used.
Oh, it's all just a ruse, though.
Yep, the wide rotate all the way back. Still do have the linger here from K9. If he hears anything on that side, he's going to know that this is where it's meant to end up. Starting to push forward, though. How much more does he swing? Goes for it, but Chronicle finds it. And suddenly, flexing all on his lonesome. But with a cash the way that it is, with the Fnatic about to get up to 11, I think he's just going to have to hold on to this.
Heartbreaking for Billy. Invested so much and just couldn't get it done. They came close in this round. It's not over yet, sure, but that round is an absolute backbreaker. Still, though, who knows? Flexen has an opportunity, a 1v2. Could beat the Hero here for BLG.
One smoke to try to isolate Amali to flush out an angle, spots him out. All eyes now going to be trained on this position, dodges the C's, but seems like that's going to be enough. Wary about a flank coming through. Doesn't find anything on the opening to try to isolate into a 1v1, so has to just go for the save.
A tough position, no doubt, for Flexen. K-Knight there, I thought after those first 2 kills, he could really be the difference maker. Okay, yeah, you get the kill on the Hero, yeah. That's not bad. Take that as Flexen, but what really hurts is that you get the jump on Chronicle there, right outside of Tube, and Chronicle just swings and takes you down instantly. I mean, these first 2 kills, phenomenal from K-Knight. Waiting with open arms. But you can see Chronicle had just turned a little bit and then stabilizes. He's so fast, man. Unbelievable.
Been quite the impeccable game from him. So now early smoke trying to dissuade the push forward here into Showers. Billy able to get too much full weaponry across here.
Just creating a little bit of noise. Trying to keep that extra player planted over on A. As Billy hasn't moved a muscle off the back of that contact, just chilling. Waiting to see if maybe there's going to be that hit through short. That's definitely where they were somewhat hoping.
Guiding Light doesn't spot anything. No info being given over.
They're going to reaggress here towards short, hoping that they had convinced Billy that this is a B hit now with how much time it's taken.
Yosemite's in such a poor spot. The leg is going to be spotted, and he's taken down. He's not understanding where he was at. That's catastrophic. YZ up close here alongside the wall. The double push out. There's the first one cleared out. YZ dealt with Chronicle. Crushing any hopes and dreams. Now, Orb going to be picked up. Double TP back across here towards A. Neff is dead. And all K-Knight can do is stay tucked and hope that they don't come hunting.
They they just convinced Billy long enough that it was going to be a B hit. They got a little bit antsy, started moving through, and like you said, a bit of a positional mistake there from Yosemite. It's been a rough map for him. Didn't quite read that the legs would be sticking out a little bit, or just thought it'd be clear and paid the price.
Go up the jaws music.
They found my wire.
Trap wire cleared. Does he actually swing out for a challenge?
Dun, dun.
Pushing, finds the first.
Cage triggered.
Snappy to find the kill. The TP now across. Cage going to be dropped in. Chronicle swinging out, looking for the angle. Puts a couple shots there into the shoulder. The sync bite up over the top. K9 does manage to push back. Trapwire slowing things up as Alfier similarly trying to get in on top of him and will be able to do so. Headshot found. Weapons cannot be carried over. And now we get up to map point.
Yeah, and they're going to have to cut funds a little bit. Couple Guardians coming into play already for Billy.
Gonna be a judge for Wisey.
Yep. Makes sense.
That leg being shown.
It's brutal. Little things like that make all the difference. Can't afford those mistakes at this level, especially against a team like Fnatic. They will punish you every time. Now Chronicle has a Viper's Pit, Alpha has a Thrash. Yeah, you've got K-Knight's ult, but you have to get a kill first. Be able to put that to good use. Boasters one away from another Cosmic Divide. I mean, this is very, very dire for BLG. They once again set up in this 2-2-1 setup, leaving Flexen to guard Showers. Durka, see if he wants to challenge. They're pinging him out. They have a read on his position. They're going to use the Dizzy or the Prowler here to set him up.
No, just quick swing in.
Footsteps.
Flexen trying to backpedal as quietly and quickly as he possibly can. Does manage to make it out towards safety. Trailblazer around the back, cannot get the stun. As the boom bot gets sent, you can see Flexen wanting to try to challenge forward, wanting to try to get a catch, but cannot. Thrash now in play. Why is he pushing forward? Judge still at the ready. Thrash finding nothing. Flexen able to tuck back, keeps himself protected, obscured for now. Spike plant coming in. Seas gets sent, catches here onto the enemy brim. Is he going to be cleared out? But Flex in, they assess his position, they find that kill. Chronicle does get taken down. Wisey able to find one, but still needs to recover a different weapon. Hero Death's going to be coming through, and Wisey scoops up the Vandal, instantly finds value. Zalfier gets taken down. Man advantage now there for the side of BLG. They're trying to push them off. They line up for him, but he cannot collect the first kill. The hero cannot readjust. This map not over quite just yet. 4 players surviving. BLG, they hang in.
And it's just a call to play safe, play for the retake as BLG, and it works a treat. They really just kind of give Fnatic all the space they want to get that plant down and do to Fnatic what Fnatic was doing really well to them on the other side of the map. Just play those 5v5 retakes and start taking players down. Good news is Fnatic, you only used the Thrash in that round. Now you've got the Cosmic Divide available for Boaster. Chronicle still has a Viper's Pit. So still a lot of tools to work with to keep Billy from getting 4 more rounds to send it to OT. Already Alpha's getting ready to throw a Dizzy potentially here. Set up Durka, but no contact just found. Patience shown from YZ. As he backs up a bit. Neff doing the duty that is of the skies to just hold this angle all the time. Long B is your job, but he's going to tuck into that corner. See if it's checked by Fnatic if they decide to push. Thinking about util, they're going to go for the
trying to go for the pop flash here, and they are going to be able to catch on to one. Alfier take it down. Teleport taken, but that is the spike now. Stuck. They have to rotate back across the map to regain this. Why is he slowly just trying to evacuate? Paint shells likely to be committed to try to clear out that side.
See how much they want to challenge this. Why is he up close and personal?
He is. Blast pack forward. Sees into the corner. Nothing spotted there, but to pull off the angle. Sync bite thrown to try to stop the peak. Grab well as well, going to be used. 25 seconds remaining. Time ticking. Looks like they're not going to be taking the teleporter. It is going to be the push here onto the B side. 3 players still here. YZ, the first one, holding the line. Looking for the drag across, cannot find. It's going to be flexed out. We're coming up with 2, and now Spike is stranded, and that is going to be the round. Done and dusted. Nothing more that Chronicle could do. It's BLG closing the gap. Well, a little bit more that he could do. Puts YZ down. We'll take the teleporter. And BLG continue to stay here in the map, but they need 3 more consecutive rounds to try to take this into overtime.
Yeah, it is just mostly good kind of disciplined play now from Billy. They're not really getting aggressive until they know they've got a decent opportunity there with the pop flash and the push from YZ. And once that spike is down, that's such an awkward position for Fnatic to be in. Wow, that is a heck of a drawing.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Good kick with the dizzy. YZ, 2 away from a showstopper. Same for Flexton with that orbital strike. A little bit of pressure, a little bit of damage there onto Yosemite, forces him back within lamps.
And they're playing the Cypher now over towards A, all that util, anticipating that Fnatic's going to try a different approach, and now YZ and Neff also getting very aggressive
There.
towards long B. Prowler contacts into showers.
The push up, the reveal, and Yosemite able to collect. Zerka just not ready for that one, but the headshot through the box. Alfier able to put him quite low. Flexing down to 22 HP as the plant gets ready to come in. Chronicle trying to scale up, trying to take some space, ends up falling with the plant, comes in all the same, but 2x man advantage here for the side of BLG. Shorty in hand. The push forward, tries to go for it. Alfier able to find one, Boser gets the other. But advantage maintained. Is Hero going to try to have some impact? Over from Showers, he's now the last man standing. Position known, finds the first, finds the second, looks for the third. Paint Shell puts him low, the Nightfall going to be committed to. The stick being held, he's spotted and he's got it! Hero with the Red Bull clutch will bring this map to an end, 13-9.
A nice moment at the end there for the new addition to this Fnatic squad. Able to come up big when they needed it. Looked like BLG might be able to get themselves up to double digit here in this round, but Hero had other thoughts. Plays this perfectly, has the Nightfall. YZ opts to just try to take it to half, but couldn't get it there.
An incredible performance from him, but now they have to go into Fnatic's map pick of a Lotus. We'll see how they fare when we come back.
Now with WatchParty of Fnatic. So WatchParty, what surprised you the most about BLG, especially since I think the map was a lot closer than everybody anticipated, and how does that knowledge carry over into the second map, Lotus?
I don't think anything surprised us. I think we played pretty poorly, to be honest with you. We gave away a lot of rounds. We weren't just not following our basic protocols. As you can see, we've changed the comp again since we last played Bind, so I think there's a little bit of, maybe we need a few extra scrims on that in some of these players and the new agents. But yeah, I think they played this pretty similar to what we thought they would, but we just got to tighten up our own game.
Well, it sounds like Fnatic isn't in their final form just yet, so we're going to see what they bring out on the second map.
Fnatic managed to walk away with the win. You heard WatchParty there saying they're not really in their best form. They're more like a Super Saiyan 1, you know, maybe a KO Ken status, but they're really looking to get to Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3.
Is that One Piece?
That's a Dragon Ball reference. Man, you're
Close
30.
though.
Come on,
nice
man.
Try, nice try.
I definitely didn't know that.
Mimi, you got an elaborate setup over here for Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It would be a shame if it all came crumbling down
was
right
that
now.
like were those the
It would
building
be a
blocks?
shame.
The building blocks of their next map
The
being a
structure
win?
is so strong.
It really is. Hold on a second. If you don't mind, production, give me a second. I'm curious to see what a gentle breeze would do.
No!
Oh, what a shame.
That bodes well for the rest of the series, I think.
Yeah, well, that's how it's going to be on Lotus, potentially, because
they say
gonna...
Rome wasn't built in a day.
It was. All right, well, let's go ahead, though, and talk about this one. And something that we should note, though, is that, yes, Billy definitely were taking it to Fnatic in a few of those rounds. But we got to remember that this was, you know, pretty solid map for Billy to begin with. So this isn't all that shocking, but ultimately this was the map that they needed to win if they wanted to be competitive in this series.
Yeah, I think it's almost a little bit sad at times. Like, I think some of the initial plans they had in rounds was very good. Like, they had ideas that if they managed to actually get it over the line towards the end, it would have actually looked like some really good plans. It was just that they ended up making some really silly errors throughout those rounds, which I think are actually easy fixes. Like, if they look back at that, they're going to go, yeah, that was a bit silly gaming.
The big thing for me is that 5 out of 10 post-plant wins. Fnatic was consistently letting them get the spike down and get into these post-plants, but quite frankly, their post-plant protocols were not up to snuff. There was so many rounds where they had these advantages, and then you saw players in positions where they were untradeable, swinging forward and getting punished by these Fnatic retakes. It looked super drilled. This could have been a much closer game if Billy had been able to close out more of those rounds in the post-plant and made less of these little errors. It's the same thing that we kind of saw with FPX earlier from the same region, where they have a lot of advantageous positions. You see kind of the goal for this team, and then the mistakes towards the end of these rounds is where they get punished.
Yeah, but you know what, though? One individual that really did show up in this one was YZ 100%. That brings us to our HyperX Reflex moment of the day. YZ he had a few great moments. He had a few not so great moments as well, but this one was one of the good ones. The fact that my guy managed to become Neo, fly into the sky, and then somehow, some way take out both of the Mr. Smith agents. Unbelievable stuff here. This guy...
That was like some prime UK level stuff. Like, the guy was on one. And the thing is, I think that also helped pad a lot of the stats. It was weird. We were almost saying that it felt like when they planted, they became a little bit more disjointed when they fell back. When they were actually pushing together and like going into the site and he was the lead, they actually looked really good. They were causing a lot of issues. They just didn't have those protocols once the plant went down.
Yeah, they didn't have a crazy like game plan. It was just a lot of these rounds where they're slowly contacting up the extremities and going for these fast pop plays with one sky flash into the site. And honestly, it looked pretty good. They were punishing the site anchors in a lot of rounds, but again, it was Fnatic's coordination and resiliency along with individual moments to win out in the end there with that map.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, of course, BLG, they're currently down in the series. Let's go ahead and check out the coach, the camp of the BLG side, to see what they think going into Lotus.
Hey guys, we're here now with Coach Bile of BLG and Jen to help with some translation. Now, that was a really, really close map. I feel like a lot of people maybe were surprised with the result, but what is the plan for map number 2? I mean, there was some momentum in that first map. How does that carry over and translate to a win?
1세트 접전이었고 패배는 했지만 그래도 어느 정도 BLG도 흐름을 탄 것 같거든요. 2세트에도 이 좋은 흐름을 이어가기 위해서 어떤 점이 중요할까요?
일단은 지금 실수를 너무 많이 해서 선수들한테 우리가 최근에 가장 많이 하는 실수를 좀 줄이자는 거를 피드백을 좀 하면서 선수들 멘탈도 좀 챙겨야 될 것 같고 2세트 준비는 사실 프나틱이 로터스 고를 거 알고 있어서 그래서 준비를 좀 많이 하긴 했는데 사실 이게 지금 선수들 멘탈상 이게 지금 될지 안 될지는 잘 모르겠어요. 일단 바인드에서도 사실 준비한 게 많았는데 실수가 많았기 때문에 그래서 그거를 한 번 더 강조하면은 좀 로터스도 할 만하지 않을까 싶습니다.
We made so many mistakes, so I told them to tighten up our plays, make sure we don't make the same mistakes over and over. But I don't think it's going to be super easy for the players to come back mentally, reset the mentality completely because we made so many mistakes. But in terms of Lotus, we are well prepared. We knew that Fnatic were going to pick it, but it's just down to how much mental reset that we're able to get.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and we're going to see if BLG can take Lotus from Fnatic.
I mean, I'll be real. I'll keep it $150 with y'all home. Don't really feel that confident coming out of that interview. You know, hoping that they can reset the mental is definitely a tall task to ask of these boys after, you know, they lost a map that was good, quite good for them, and now they're going into a map that, well, it's quite good for their opponent.
Yeah, Fnatic has won this one 6 times in a row. It's been their best map since I feel like it came into the pool.
They were the best team in the world on it last year. They only lost to Loud last year on this map. That was it, twice.
Yeah, so you're really looking at a Fnatic that, you know, statistically is super favored in
and
this
also
Lotus.
Factually.
Yeah, no, statistically facts. But isn't statistics facts?
Not always. But they can be indicative of facts.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm just trying to.
No, this is where we've got to. We're arguing.
I'm just trying to cause controversy over here.
All I know is they don't care about your feelings, GB.
That's perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean, you know, look. Billy are certainly going to be in a bit of a blender here if they're if they're not prepared for what Fnatic are going to bring. But there is so much material for Fnatic that surely BLG can maybe build something off of that. Oh boy, what is he doing?
He's going through his match history.
Oh, but I mean, Poster, you're always going to be sad if you do that, bud.
I do want to talk about Fnatic though, because they did talk about some of the mistakes they were making. I think we did see it there, letting some things slip. I think not being quite ready for a lot of these executes early on that BLG was throwing. However, I think that they proved to be able to bounce back. Boaster had some really good calling in the second half, finding the right site. Individual players like Durko were really stepping up. I think this is a good match for them to kind of warm up into international competition and also to get Hero comfortable.
Yeah. I also think the other thing as well is you have to bear in mind, once again, they completely changed their composition. You had Alpha going on to a Gecko. You had the switch up of getting rid of the Clove. Just a different composition of what they're running on Bind.
Is that become diminishing returns, though? But
that's what I'm saying.
Much.
Going into Lotus, they haven't changed this map the whole year. I think there's no chance they do that again. So I think any chance that BLG has gone.
This stuffed wingman on broadcast if they change their Lotus comp.
Okay,
just for changing the comp. I respect it. It's super unlikely.
0% chance.
How do we get this to happen?
What's it have to be for the big penguin?
BLG wins. BLG wins. Artist shaves his head. Mimi eats Dan the stuffed penguin.
You can't just make. First of all, he seems like a lovely penguin, and I would not eat him.
It's also
I'm a vegetarian. I'm not going to eat the penguin.
It's a freaking severed head, Mimi. At this point, I mean, what are you going to do?
He has a body.
This
Can we
particular
show
penguin
the penguin,
doesn't.
please, that GB's telling me to eat?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it. Because that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. You see, I think that would be expert content, personally speaking. But, you know.
But you're not an expert on content, really.
I'm truly not, if any of my social media is being looked at. Oh, man. All right, well, let's go ahead and see. Mimi doesn't have to eat.
Oh, okay. They brought
Wait,
Neon, though.
Okay.
Why is he playing Neon? Okay, that's kind of sick. Why is he was cooking on map 1? I think this is a cool role to see him play. We've seen other teams try these breach Neon comps, and I think they're solid.
Yeah, the only thing is his raise was fantastic, so I almost kind of wanted to see it going forward. But again, I don't think it's anything that Fnatic are going to be too surprised by. Maybe it will allow him to get past a lot of that Killjoy utility a little bit.
Yeah, they've played against Miniboo. They're familiar with this comp.
Yeah, true, that's true.
Yeah, and you know, it gives also YZ an ability to, like, you know, disrupt some of the more typical timings and things like that. Like,
especially, I think, when they get to the defense, how fast those rotations can come through.
Yeah.
I think Neon is actually a low-key really good stall agent when you can get that stun in the right position, but it's going to be tough against this home territory for Fnatic.
Yeah, couldn't agree more with that one, Mimi. Let's go ahead and find out if this one makes it to a third map. It's going to be a tall task, but hey, if anyone can do it, Billy has found the magic of champions before. Let's send it back over to your casters, Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you can see the players, they're still having some fun, still vibing out, trying to play around with the Fnatic squad on the opposite side of the stage, but they have some work to do. We go into Lotus. The desk was talking about how dominant this map is and has been across many, many years here for the side of Fnatic. Does that continue today? Can Billy, with these big changes, somehow make them stumble?
Well, we saw it yesterday with FPX. I mean, anything's possible. You know, you just kind of assumed that Heretics was going to take Bind. against FPX, but I mean, their change in their comp was way different than what we're seeing here, but certainly doable. But I mean, like the desk has been talking about, this is the best Lotus team in the world. Good luck.
Eyes on YZ, because not only is he coming out here with this Neon, a big change in its own right, he's playing it for the first time. He has not been playing this at all, and he's not going to be playing it much here in this round. Taken down as Chronicle, able to find two, continuing to wreak havoc as Hero joins in.
Down A.
Unite eliminated. Hero snappy with a second headshot. Neff eliminated, and this pistol round is done and dusted.
Surely it's done and dusted. Yeah, it's done. It's dusted, and it's Fnatic taking another pistol. Just shut down to the point of attack. I mean, just no utility there to disrupt Chronicle. And as we saw on Bind, he don't miss those.
Yep.
He do not miss those. And he was really good on first kills. I think 4 and 2 on Bind for Fnatic. So just picking up right where he left off. Oh, the flash was just a bit late. And then Hero just swoops in. Find a couple of his own. Shut down immediately there. Billy just not even able to turn the key to get the engine started on that round or this map.
Well, now Cam set up here outside of B. Chronicle again, the player that they have to try to fight against, and again he's going to be taking down YZ. Looks for a little bit more. TP forward here. Shorty in hand. Will be able to catch him off guard. So Chronicle falls. Yosemite picking off one as Alpier going to be taken down, but now Yosemite once again, last man standing, finds the first headshot, but this time we're not going to be seeing that eco round win come through. It's going to be Fnatic up 2-0.
Yeah, and there's decent damage done here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this is not a bad eco round at all for Billy. You're taking a couple guns out of the hands of Fnatic. You know, they're still able to put together 3 Vandals and a Bulldog. And then Durka, in fact, also getting a Vandal, so still enough to buy, but economic damage done for Billy, and see if they can maybe string together a little bit more success. This time around, they're going to send YZ seemingly out on a bait mission to try to convince Fnatic that this is another A hit. He's got to be ultra careful. There's 3 players waiting here.
Oh, quick little jiggle out and a slide back. YZ able to get away scot-free. Get the paranoia away.
Bring them down.
Really big piece of util now taken out of the hands here of Fnatic as there's the nano swarms and going to be slowed up on the approach. Alpier pushing forward, catching him off guard. Whatnot coming in time to try to draw that attention away, so they lose that on a player now. Equalized here as the players rotate in. Matching up to face, and okay, had the lineup on him. Thought maybe we're gonna be able to find that elimination, but Neff does get willed down to 16 HP. Sees dodged out. The pullback stays protected for now, but the spike no closer to being planted here. As Billy are very much just held at bay. Durka through the wall, taking down Neff. In the meanwhile, this rotation here from Boaster continues to creep closer and closer.
Just great stuff there from Durka. Never giving up those angles. It's such a bad spotter, BLG. Yeah, there goes Boaster. Yep.
Flexen will be able to find one. Some additional damage dealt the tap, but Boaster able to find the second headshot, and Fnatic will convert the bonus.
Yeah, so, you know, Billy trying to sell a bit of a fake over towards A, trying to buy that extra little bit of space, and they do get mountain control off of it. However, Alpha is waiting on C site, and he is very, very challenging to get through, as many teams have found out the hard way. And he's so patient with his utility there. That's one of the big things that gives him a huge advantage in that round is he doesn't pop the util off the Prowler. He waits for the alarm bot to pop the nanos, gets a little bit of damage, swings down, takes out YZ. And the round just kind of snowballs out of control. Billy able to try to climb through towards the site, but eventually fall.
Still grabbing whatever firepower they can. K-Knight just with a frenzy in hand. A couple stingers, a Guardian there as well. And swing around the back. Alpier able to deal with the first, and Chronicle collects 2. K-Knight, Neff both going to be taken down. Hero now spamming through the wall. Gets rid of Flexen, strands the spike, and Yosemite will just get one tap there. The Guardian not able to come to fruition whatsoever. As one player lost, but Alpha still got his. 4-0 now for Fnatic.
Yep. You try to go for the fast hit, and again, you're just having a tough time getting any of your util to land onto Alpha to make him uncomfortable, and he gets another first kill. So far, every first kill going the way of Fnatic. I decided to start keeping track of them because I was like, going pretty well for them right now.
Yep.
They've got a lot of ults in cycle. So does Billy in a way, but you're 1 away from the Nightfall for Hero. 2 away from the Viper's Pit for Chronicle. 2 away from a lockdown for Alpha. Dirk already has a showstopper. Things are already looking very, very challenging for Billy. And what does Bile want to talk about? Good luck. It's tough. I mean, I think maybe just trying to slow the rounds down a little bit in the beginning. Try to see if you can take a little bit of rebel control. See if you can kind of spread Fnatic's defenses a little bit more, make it harder for them to react. So far, you haven't really given them much that's been difficult to react to.
Yeah, it's been a very one-sided affair thus far. As we'll see with 15 seconds remaining what the adjustments end up looking like here for the side of Billy. But thus far, it's not been great. I mean, we've had plenty of players given the buffs, through to Neon coming in. Try it, pick it up for the very first time. YZ is one of those players now here on the biggest stage, and so far, it's not been finding too much value. It's a singular assist to his name.
I was fairly surprised with how good YZ's raise is, and not just today, not just because it will look good on Bind.
Yeah.
He's generally pretty good at it. That they would make this shift. He has been playing the raise pretty much all year on Lotus, so definitely a bit surprising. I think this is actually his first Neon game.
Looking for a pacey hit here. Durka, the showstopper, out, catching a glimpse of one, sends it down directly below. YZ going to be taken down, but still value going to be found as K9 able to open things up with a kill on a boaster. Hero sent packing, rotates back around through B, gets way up into upper. As the neural theft comes out.
This is great. Exactly what I wanted to see. Some rebel control taken. You're able to win some fights, get the showstopper off the board, and now you can pivot over towards B and get the plant down.
Prowler to check here on the cross. Swing out, jump back. Cage going to be coming up. Lurk v Lurk over at A, though. Chronicle with an opportunity to maybe even up the count, but he's pushing over here towards the door instead. Seemingly, though, wary, but there still could be someone in position. Now he knows about it. On cleared sight. Open here for now. K9 turning his way back over here. Sends out that fault line, looking for the days. Althea, however, able to get the punish, but time is ticking, and Neff, snappy with a headshot, puts him down. Remaining players making the call to go for the save.
Yeah, just a great small change for Billy. Nets them their first round win. And all it takes is a couple kills off the rip. You're able to break the space open that you need to get the plant down. Set up for those nice post plants. Make it so Chronicle can't go for that wraparound towards Baby Door. And yeah, I just double checked. This is indeed YZ's first Neon game on an official match.
Yep.
To bring it out in Champions.
Bold move.
It's very bold.
Still killless, but people able to play off his util in that previous round, so did set the rest of his team up for success. So Billy now on the board. Still a lot more to try to claw back, though, because when you're playing this Neon, expecting to see that impact really coming through on the attack, and oh, they just read it like a book. Sees Nade combo. He's dead.
Yeah, and this time around, an immediate adjustment from Fnatic towards this rebel control that Billy wants to take. And now Boaster has an Odin in hand. Able to start lining up to do some damage. But man, you've got some big ults here for Billy. You've got the Nightfall, you've got the Rolling Thunder. If you can just find the opportunity to use it, you might be able to turn this round on its head. Oh boy. Only a little bit of damage done. Flexing down to 77 for armor. Knight just barely tagged up. They're going to try their hand at the other side of the map, leaving Nath to just get taken down as soon as he launched that Nightfall.
Yep, sends it, dies for it. An attempt at a fake. They still have to try to get through Alpier, who so far has been a bit of a raid. Bomb, but Chronicle is the first to put them down. 2 quick kills, Alpier on the finisher. Chronicle just, this guy can do no wrong. Unbelievable.
Let's run it again.
He's so talented. Just so clean with his mechanics. His positioning, so good. Reads his opponents incredibly well. And they Dropped the Odin over to Durka, and immediately when that Nightfall was launched, he was ready.
Yeah, to be able to recover after sending out the util. This is the 1-2 punch. Chef's kiss on that round.
Well deserved.
Well, now Alpha backpedaling here. A lot of presence over here towards C. It's going to be a pickup on the orb from YZ. Ult is online, but Chronicle immediately pushes back in from Waterfall, sets up the pit.
So smart.
They've already gotten Boaster into a forward position outside A, just playing alongside Rubble, and Chronicle still, through the smoke, finds Flexin.
Just reads it.
Did they haunt over the top?
Not sure.
I think they may have. I think they might have gotten a ping reveal. Heard one going out. Hero now able to find one. As the stuns do come through off the relay bolts, but no one can push forward. This Viper wall from Chronicle continues to hold them at bay. He is locking down all 3 sites by himself at the moment. High-low setup. Odin on the one side, the swing forward, and it's just into the meat grinder. Absolutely minced.
This is so difficult for Yosemite right now.
Does he read this?
Nope.
Thinks about it, but angle's a little bit wrong. Flawless here from Fnatic. Continuing on the reign of terror, only dropping that 1 round thus far. And for BLG, you know, you're able to get that round win after the timeout call. But now you only have 1 more. But how long do you let this go get away from you before you have to invest that second timeout in the first half?
That's a great question. But for me, what I love is the way Fnatic thinks about these things. Their protocols they have, the immediate response with that Viper's pit after that orb is picked up. They know that it's almost certainly going over to YZ, so he can get his overdrive in that round. And that just completely gummed things up, and then they just send Hero and Durka over towards B, and they have BLG completely trapped. And they just absolutely sweep them away from that round. Oh, that's a little bit off the mark, but here we go.
Okay, overdrive gonna get popped, but can't really spot out anything. Everything is covered, obscured here by these smokes. As a matter of damage found on a Hero. The swing onto the corner, Durka. Just quite a bit of damage there with that Odin, looking for more as Neff down low on 23 HP. Blast packs across. YZ now working his way, considering with a push here into the B side, and Durka's just dragging it across, and Neff goes down. I love this gun.
I know you do.
Prowler to search. Noting that they're there in the connector.
Oh, Alpha. So close.
Just around the corner here alongside Chronicle. Tap
Lockdown
coming
in
through,
hand.
but Lockdown is ready to go. Seemingly Billy may be aware of this, and they're going to look to try to up the tempo, perhaps.
This isn't going to hit Alpha. This isn't going to hit the lockdown if they use the Rolling Thunder here.
Considering what they want to do, but there's the Rolling Thunder coming across the race forward. They tuck back over towards stairs. The Odin is still there, and yep, they get locked into position. The punish cannot be found now. Nightfall to try to counteract as the plant gets ready to come through the lockdown. Layered in on top of it. They can't hear a damn thing. They have to evacuate. And Fnatic are poised to win this round. Boaster swinging around the back, finds a headshot on the first, the second. Looking for the third, he's got it! And now it is just YZ. Killless thus far to see if he can try to take them all down. He will get that first kill. He will find Hero. But Fnatic will find themselves up by 6 round wins.
And it's just like Fnatic knows what you're going to do before you do it. The lockdown's in a perfect spot where it's not going to get hit by the Rolling Thunder. They've got the C's prepared for the quick dash from the Neon off the back of the Rolling Thunder. They've got a Nightfall for their own Flood retake. Boaster's lurking and clicking heads. I mean, they're just so good at this map. This is just reminding me so much of Fnatic from last year, where I just loved watching them play because of the way that they out-utiled you, out-thought you on maps like this.
Attempted a counter spray here with an Odin of their own. Durka once again setting up, trying to get this damage across. Tiny amounts of it being found so far. I'll be at the same time though, poke down to 55. I think Yosemite maybe catching him with the Guardian.
Just to rotate over. Alpha's already down to half HP, but still holding a bit of a different angle. And look at this Nano up on the site. Okay, it gets cleared, but oh, it slows him up so much.
Slide across. Oh, YZ is going so very low. Relay Bolt gets the catch, the push forward, and Albeit cannot keep it steady enough, but Chronicle still is here. Already 2 kills, the Snake Bite for 1. The Vandal for the other. Flexen pushing forward into the smoke, paranoid out of his mind, and Boaster will shut him down.
That's what they want to do.
Plant on the B once again, but Yosemite tries to take some space. There's the showstopper for the interrupt. The spike plant denied. Fnatic, no inches given over here to BLG. Giving them no recourse, no reprieve.
And Fnatic's just reading the map really well. Right there to back up Alpha on the C site. Even though he gets taken down by YZ this time, YZ able to chew through some of that nano damage to get in a place where he can use his relay bolt to pin Alpha down. And there you go. You were talking about it, Kilios. When are you going to have to use it? Well, time is now.
Right ahead of another buy round here for them. Even then, spike plant denied. That little bit of extra cash they would love to have taken away. So going to be plenty of half armors here. As we can see, Dirka's got an operator in his hands for now. But this is an incredibly difficult position to be in here for Billy. A very competitive opening map. Granted, it's their pick, but that bind, I think a lot of people may be surprised by how much they were able to push them there. Themselves up to 9, but now this is a complete and utter change of results here.
And you have to anticipate that this is something that's going to give teams a lot of problems at this tournament, is that no matter what, you're going to probably have to play Lotus or Haven against Fnatic, and they're really good on those maps. And so I thought coming into this, you know, Billy, their default ban has been Haven throughout stage 2, so maybe there's a world where they take the first map, and you're going to have to play Lotus most likely as that second map, but who knows? You can take it to map 3, try to get something done, but yeah, I mean, Fnatic just, even with a big drastic comp change on Bind, still good enough to take down Billy on their best map of Bind, and seemingly looking to close the door quickly and tightly on Billy.
Oh my God. Well, seems like the call was trying to make a pacey hit, maybe bait some audio over towards C, but Dirk goes for the peek, and he nails the flick. YZ shut down. And K-Knight with a nice counter spray across will be able to pick off Chronicle. In the end, a 1-for-1. But Alpier going to be unexpected in that position. Still able to find one, flex and dig it down. Oh, it doesn't miss the second time either. Yosemite dead, and now Neff is all on his lonesome. Spike in hand, trying to push his way out of connector. Boaster going to be spotted. Decides to back off, gives himself some space. Gives respect here over to Neff. He's got everything to do, riding up the rope. Not snappy enough there is Hero. He's already low on HP. Neff in with an opportunity, but needs to clutch it out.
Get the Nightfall. One more kill, Dirka. Oh.
Scope in, and has it. A third for Dirka. Now up to 12 kills here. We'll get the defuse, get towards that next showstopper, and get Fnatic now to 9.
I mean, just a great opening shot from Dirka. It's Billy packing towards the B site, where they're just waiting, using that fade util to sneak Alpha up underneath their noses. And there you go, right there, bang. And then they just strike together. I mean, again, the protocol's immaculate for Fnatic. Dirka, great with the op. Kind of how I felt on that one, Boaster.
I'm pretty sure it was in slow-mo, but
yeah, still.
If not quite the expression, but yeah, 12-3-2 here for Dirka. Once again, BLG can try to contest over Rubble, and this time Fnatic, they give them some space. Just keep that Odin quiet. Ready to strike at any given moment. Dirka peeking out ahead of that trap wire. Actually does get him through B main. YZ, however, able to find one as Boaster's going to be taken down. Slide across and the headshot, nails it. Breaks open this A site. YZ coming alive is something that BLG desperately need. That is a very good start to the round here. 5 members strong. Still that operator in hand here for Dirka. Reveal out onto one. YZ does, he actually counter punches and does manage to find Hero. Quick jiggle peek out. YZ technically on for an ace now as he drops down off the top of the rope.
Go.
Ooh.
Peaks finds one, eats quite a bit of damage. Continues to push up, spots him again, finds a headshot on the Durga swipe, slides back through. Overdrive's gonna be popped. You can tell how badly he wants it. And YZ has gotten it. An ace to get BLG their second round win. Stylish, but now we still go into the last round of the half. They will pick up this operator, but can they run this back even further? Because they are still down in the dumps.
I mean, an incredible round here for YZ. My. That is a ridiculous drive-by on the Boaster.
They're all ridiculous drive-bys. Did he get? This is the only kill he got while not sliding, basically.
Yeah. Still, the concerning thing is you're gonna have to do that a lot more on this map. I mean, that's that puts him up to 7 kills. He had 2 before that round, right. And now he's top fragging for BLG.
Dropping spike.
Which, hey, great round. Now you've got enough. Maybe you can get this third. Maybe your defender side can look a lot cleaner, but I mean, Fnatic there just trying to sell a bit of a hidden position, trying to allow for some quick rotations, quick flanks, and BLG just gets so ahead of it because of YZ's insane play. I mean, tip of the cap, but now Fnatic back to kind of more of a default position here.
Prowler to check close. Nothing noted at Mound. Still back box, something that could be a concern, but they have cleared it out. Once again, though, looking to push forward in towards Alfier and Chronicle. Been a pain point for them here time and time again. But this time, the spam able to find, I believe, just the alarm bot there. Both nanos still available, and he's able to bait them out. The movement there from YZ, just hearing the audio, it's enough for Alfier to go ahead and send the pops on those. Yosemite swinging through, but immediately headshot taken down.
Go, go, go.
The assault on the C site now coming through.
Good awareness, though, from Alpha and Chronicle to back out, knowing that the ult was coming. Setting up for this retake.
They both going to be sent. They're trying to get their way out of the smokes here. Hero able to find one, but YZ and Neff getting one apiece. 3v3. And Boaster still making his way over towards the site. Has been able to dump the operator. Has a Vandal in hand. Making some noise here. Just strafing forward. Paranoia still at the ready. Sends it. Clips onto at least one, I do believe. They get the Haunt reveal as well as the Decay across, and YZ's going to be taken down. Hero not going to be able to find the ace as Chronicle will collect the last 2 kills, but it's going to be Fnatic now up 10-2. BLG now need to do what DRX did to them last year at Champions if they want to win on this Lotus.
A difficult task, to say the least. And again, it's just great protocols from Fnatic. I mean, I like the idea here from BLG. I like that they're better about clearing util, but still couldn't get over the line.
Rough spot to be in. 10-2 at the half. Fnatic way out in front, looking for an easy closeout. We'll see if they can get it done when we come back from the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Alrighty, we're back and about to go into the second half here of the second map of the second series on the second day of Champs Seoul. Fnatic, however, in such an advantageous position, find themselves up 10-2 here on their map pick.
It's a tough road for Billy, no matter how you slice it. And generally speaking, attacker side is better for most teams on this map, but who knows? Maybe Billy got something dialed up. They've got something in store, but they've struggled mightily on this map so far here throughout Stage 2 and into Champions. And you're going up against a Fnatic team that is looking very well drilled, very confident, coming into their pick of Lotus. It's going to be a desperately needed pistol round for Billy if they're going to pick this one up. Let's see.
They've been decently elusive so far.
Yeah. Fnatic is really starting to pick up steam. On to check. Space taken. Rubble under their control. And Alpha firmly planted to watch their backs. Again, you got to anticipate, especially with a Neon there now. Billy's going to want to get aggressive. Try to get in towards Fnatic spawn if possible.
There.
As they begin to drift towards the site. Billy's going to split 2-2 between B and A. Turret left there, but as they begin to make their way through, turret is going to be grabbed, so there's going to be some space available for Billy. And they've got an extra player sliding in towards stairs. They could make this pretty difficult for Fnatic.
Prowler reroutes Neff up over towards Rope. Fight into the back of side here, and Yosemite eating quite a bit of damage. Boaster able to find first blood as K-Knight going to be taken down. Push forward, clear out on the trap wire. Boaster nonplussed by that, but the headshot will certainly offset him. 2 kills found here for Neff in replies. We find ourselves now into a 3v3. Alpha down to 40. YZ approaching from behind. Swing out, they spot him. They know that he's got the Sheriff. Catches a glimpse. Continues to push his way forward. Trying to play a little bit of ring around the rosy here with Alpha, but Alpha maybe outdoing him a bit. Swings around the back. Hero at the same time, able to find Flex in, but Neff finds himself a third. Tap onto the spike. YZ opening things up even further as Hero trying to live up to the name. Knows that he's right in front of him. And he has it! The headshot for the Red Bull clutch. Hero delivering Fnatic another pistol win.
Yeah, another big clutch for Hero. A great entry into Champions for this young pickup for Fnatic. 15 kills, now topping the leaderboard for Fnatic on Lotus in the fragging department. Another big clutch. And I mean, just, this looked like it was going to be so difficult. I mean, Alpha just really, with an interesting turret placement there, looked like he was just going to be able to delay YZ into infinity. But instead, YZ's able to finally find some success and make it a 1v2, but still couldn't get a win. And Frenzy in hand, you see a shorty there for flexing. Every pistol in the game for BLG right now.
Yeah.
Just trying to see, you know, whatever sticks.
One of them's bound to work.
Yeah.
Let's see how they fare. Drift back across here from Fnatic. Getting set up over at A. 3 players from the side of BLG in position. Tap on the door. Now just Neff on the opposite side. Sheriff in hand. And as he swings out, tries to go for the headshot, but Durka able to put him down. Pick up on the orb, and now he's already over halfway to that showstopper.
Now that was the Sheriff. It is scooped up by K-Knight though.
Well, one to try to hold them in position. Yosemite playing off the back of that nicely. Gets the catch here on a Boaster, but Durka still in a spot to try to strike, but it's going to be Chronicle who's able to find him. He's playing around the rotating door. Now to cut across, back over in towards B. Deflected. I mean, he's got to reposition. He's got that shorty in hand. Tries to take the fight here. Does get the catch on Alpha here. Guardian now at the ready. A 2v3, a Bulldog picked up. Everybody from Fnatic fanned out. Flexin going to maybe reroute. Looks like they want to approach from the same angle.
You guys said Billy
K-Knight able to find one. Durka take it down.
Come back करेगी क्या मेरे आते?
That's huge.
You know, just that Sheriff in hand.
Come on guys, like कर दो ना stream को.
Smoke comes down, cutting off Upper.
chat में comment करो.
Paranoia sent across, holding them at bay here for now, but they still have to get their way over onto the spike. It's planted in deep. The swing out, Hero putting him down low. K9, 10 HP, and Chronicle with a backstab. Cleans them up as Fnatic.
Chronicle too good.
Get themselves now to match point.
Yeah, just some really nice micro plays in this round from Fnatic.
Fnatic got this, guys. Fnatic
Catch Yosemite at the door. You know, Durka sees the cape as they're swinging the other way. Chronicle's right there to take him down. And then here at the end, Hero does a great job avoiding getting killed and just opens the door for Chronicle to swoop in.
Spading for him.
Yep.
Hello. Nice.
Well, it all comes down to this. Bonus for Fnatic. A must-win round for the side of BLG. They will need to win 10 consecutive.
Nice. GG kar do.
Now they're not spotting anything. Quite an aggressive push up here towards a rubble from BLG, but all eyes
nice
of Fnatic right now set up here on this C site. They're not going to be lobbed in, clear out on one of the wires. As there's a reveal, Durka does get taken down. Solid from Yosemite. Boaster going to be eliminated as well as he plays up close, but Hero eventually finds the elimination. To push out, to swoop around, playing distract here, drawing the attention as Chronicle will fall. Alpier, though, eventually able to stabilize, finds that first kill, but cannot get the second.
Come back, guys, come back.
Spike not planted, aftershock thrown. Hero cannot quite clutch it out this time around as BLG will be allowed to hold out hope for a bit longer.
Yeah, just good hold from Yosemite. That extra layer of trap wire confuses Fnatic a little bit, not expecting it. Catches Durka out.
Come back, guys.
Durka does have a showstopper.
Fake comeback.
Definitely picking up the second as well. Huge there for BLG. And they're quick to rotate, quick to bail out Yosemite. Fnatic at bay. Very nicely done overall.
Right there.
An outlaw for YZ. As it is a bit of a scuff by now for Fnatic, but you have that showstopper. Do have a rifle in Hero's hands. Guardian for Alpha. Oh, great shot.
Wasn't ready for him to be that far forward, and YZ good with the adjustment.
Guys, come back.
Puts him down, and Neural Theft now is going to tell all. Solid investment here from the side of BLG. They know that the pressure is working against them. They know that they have to win out every single one of these rounds, so as much info as they can get is going to be necessary, but now the round starts getting away from them. Goes with one, YZ finds his second. Relay Bolt looking for the stun. Doesn't bounce quite deep enough, I believe, to actually connect on to Chronicle. Ultimately, he'll back away, look to reroute. Flex in here, trying to hold the door. Eventually finds the kill. The swing out, though, from Hero.
2v2.
Takes him down, and now it's a 2v2.
Boaster has just been waiting a drop. Still has the spike in hand. No ult available. Unless he found a kill, but he's going to be able to scoop up the Guardian. YZ with another with the Outlaw.
Third gets the shutdown in Yosemite. Finds Boaster as well, but still decent damage dealt here from the side of Fnatic.
Jisko lagta hai comeback hai, comeback info.
BLG now up to 4 rounds.
And I mean, the rounds that have been going Billy's way are some where YZ is able to find some real impact early, and they're able to kind of snowball off the back of that. That is a crazy good shot, Boaster.
Boaster ne shot mara.
That is nasty, and that was the Nightfall in Neff's hands that gets taken out there, and that's a moment where I started looking at that round thinking, oh boy, does it just end right here? But Billy clings to life for a little bit longer.
It was looking possible for a brief little moment. Front line through, showstopper going to be popped, and YZ blinded up, cannot get away from it. Durka puts him down, looks for a little bit more. Neff and K-Knight both playing forward here.
That's a good thing about Durka.
Lives are intact, and for now, Fnatic make the call, just cut all sound. Play this quietly, and let that doubt start infecting the minds of the BLG players on the opposite side.
For sure. And you had to anticipate that maybe BLG was trying to take more space off that aggressive play from YZ to see if they could create some flank angles, create a bit of a crunch. Not going to come through this round. Fnatic now begins methodically working their way towards B, maybe C, but right around the door. Flexen holding the box, just taken right down by Alpha.
Alpha able to find it now, C-site wide open. Man, advantage very much here in the hands of Fnatic. So they look for a flawless finish to this map and to this series. Now has the Nightfall, he's going to have to send it, but how well can they play off the back of it is going to be the question. For now, he's drifting his way forward over towards that door. Nightfall sent, gets the catch here on to damn near everybody. Kills aren't found yet. Neff able to open up with one. Yosemite trying to get those pod shots through. The headshot's just not quite connecting. K9 pushing forward, able to find Chronicle, finds Alpier, and now it is all down to Boaster. Last man standing. HP bars will delay at Neff, which is 10 HP, and Boaster drags it across for the Red Bull clutch and the finish. 13-4. Fnatic arrive here at Champions, and they find themselves at 2-0 to kick off their group stage.
What a nice little fake smoke there from Boaster. Here's them splashing in the water, able to take him down, but overall, clean.
Guys, thank you for watching the stream today. Do like it, do like the stream, subscribe the channel. Thank you for being here. Fnatic doing Fnatic things. Billy को अभी experience होना पड़ेगा, but yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Whosoever is watching, thank you so much. लाइक करके जाओ, हाँ ठीक है, आराम करो, लाइक करो. टीवी पे तो देख नहीं रहे तुम लोग, मैं गाली नहीं दे सकता. लाइक करो. जी भाई, क्या कपड़े पहन के आए हैं भाई, ऑरेंज ये क्या कर रहे हैं भाई, क्या कर रहे हैं लोग. Fnatic being Fnatic.
Operations. And Alfia saying, well, he's the captain, I got to go along with it. But smiles across the board here from Fnatic after a fantastic start. I just, how much further can this team go? Right. What are the heights going to be here for this squad? Last year at Champs left people a bit wanting the whole start of 2024.